Hi, it's Don Southerton and another episode of Everything Korean. A few things this week. First, I'd like to remind everyone that we'll be in the New York City area the first week of May at the Korea Society. I'll be posting more information on that, and I've actually embedded a link in the copy to talk a little bit more about what we're doing there. The second is that I'd like to share again copies of Korea Perspective. The book's doing very well. Of course, available Kindle, Nook, iTunes Book, a few other sources like that. We'll also get you a PDF copy if you'd like. Just click on our link that I've embedded in this copy. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about something that came up last week. I was reading in the Economist, and they had two articles, sister articles, on family-controlled companies and dynasties. And it's a very interesting, these articles are very interesting. I've embedded copies of those into this copy also so that you can go in, access, and read them. A couple of the high points, and I think that I'd like just to share how that relates to Korean business. I'm interviewed frequently by the media. One of the questions that always comes up is my opinion or perspective on Korean big business. We call that the chaebol, or another phrase is daegiap, big companies. Related to that is always family succession. And I've spoken about that a number of times. But in short, these articles talk about how really it's amazing how many companies around the world are family controlled and family managed, extremely high percentage. There was a thought and trend that, with the rise of the public traded companies, that there would be a reduction in the control and the influence of families in big business, and that hasn't occurred globally. Why is that so significant for us? Well, the major Korean companies, of course, are all family controlled. And if you look at the study, there's definitely many of these big companies around the world have a very powerful influence on their country, but fractional compared to the impact of Korean big business. And I just like to pull up a quote that showed up last week in one of the Korean media, and it was saying that Samsung and Hyundai Motors' net profits accounted for 81% of the total earnings logged by the top 30 players last year in Korea. So, as you look through the study, you'll see that there's a lot of impact by family-controlled companies, and sort of the reference to dynasties controlling whether it be Ferrari or different brands like Volkswagen. But when you look at Korea, I just think it intensifies much more, and the impact of Korean big business on its companies are much greater. So until next time, this is Don Southerton wishing you all the best.